Two of my favorite songs, by the way, one is Dhadam Dhadam,
Dhalam Dhalam.
which is like so operatic and so fun. Neeti Mohan is so good. And then there is Behrupia, which again, as you said, it's so apt for that situation, and those lyrics go by whatever Anushka is trying to do, and she meets Ranbir, and then she comes to the club, and
Yeah.
and that's all. And I don't know, this I think so that was a choice that you guys made, that the film has a very golden tinge to it, and there's a line in the film where somebody says कि एक time पे Bombay सोने की चिड़िया वो करता था, something like that, and
I
that
don't know. Also, it was like that. Plus, also the city was lit up by vapor lamps,
okay,
or gas lamps and vapor
yeah,
lamps. So it was a conscious decision of Rajiv.
yeah.
The palette of everything was very much of a
Also one of
contribution
his
of
best
Rajiv
works,
Ravi.
I feel. Rajiv.
Yeah, but when the film bombed the whole, I think it's one of the best production design.
Truly, yeah.
Sonal Sawant did a great job, but Sonal Sawant's work, Rajiv's work,
Yeah.
all
Amit's
of it,
work, yeah.
Amit Trivedi's work, it all got kind of watched away because the film didn't work. Which is now how it would have happened anywhere else. Ranbir's work.
Yeah.
I think Ranbir and Anushka gave their heart out for the film.
Yeah.
The way Anushka sang Dhalam Dhalam.
Lip sync and
No, not just lip sync. She was literally like a singer.
okay.
There was a lot of training and performance in that. They gave their heart out to the film. Like I feel like I let them down. I was like very so self-conscious that I let down all of those people. That has stayed with me. So,
Yeah.
but the thing is, they gave their heart out for the film. Everyone, all the actors.
Talking about Ranbir, he said wonderfully in an interview, I think so it was Rajiv Masand's roundtable, where he was talking about perhaps the only script in his career that he read and he got really excited because on paper it was so exciting, was Bombay Velvet. And he said that it had such interesting things going, and he felt really challenged as an actor to go about it.
The surprising thing was, like the debacle of the film was such that when they did their research, the shocking thing was they didn't like Ranbir's hair.
Really? Okay.
I said the thing that audience got upset with was Ranbir's hair because he curled it up and
Yeah.
हम लोग ने ऐसे किया था, डिजाइन किया था उनका. It's like the most like a hair
Absurd.
can't be the reason. It's very absurd.
Yeah.
I'm saying you can say film didn't work for you,
Yeah.
but hair didn't work right from the beginning, which is why it didn't take an opening.
Okay.
I said people didn't go to see the film because they got put off by the hair.
Yeah.
And reviews were obviously were very bad for the film because the expectation was sky high. Music had come out. Music reviews was extraordinary. And then after that, when the film came out, reviews totally like it was like people went into simple things like how could a movie like Roaring Twenties be screening?
Yeah, they had that just argument to make. Yeah, I remember.
Roaring Twenties would be screening in a time like that,
And why will a goon watch it? And
and Gyan Prakash actually had paper clips to.
yeah,
He actually has paper clips to show that these films are running.
yeah, it's in the book. Also, if somebody wants to read the book,
He had paper clips to show that. I said, the thing is like it was a lot of film was actually based on research.
yeah,
A lot of film was based on research. And the thing is, nobody wanted to believe. They said it's trying to create a Hollywood film and things. Nobody wanted to believe every single building was recreated after buildings in Bombay. What Sonal Sawant did was, including the house that Anushka stays in, the building Anushka stays in, every building surrounding the club were recreated based on existing buildings of the city.
yeah,
So nothing was trying to imitate anything Hollywood. There's an incredible amount of research that went into clothes, into everything, into a whole lot of stuff. So it was recreated. But it's only those people who had seen that Bombay are the only people who loved the film at that time. So like there's an Art Deco society that loves Bombay Velvet.
Yeah.
Like, you know, only those people who had seen that period and who had seen those things loved the film. And that's also when we realize that there's a generation that's not invested in post-independence history as much as
Yeah.
Raja Rani ki kahani.
Yeah.
The post-independence history is not history to them. And it's totally because you're living in a very neo-constructed world. It's a reconstruction, reclamation, reconstruction. So the whole Bombay that I came to in '93 is lost now. Where are we talking about? 50s and 60s. That Bombay is lost now. Mangroves are lost. Those Art Deco buildings are lost.
Yeah.
Everything is broken down and reconstructed again.
Yeah.
So that whole Bombay is lost now. If that Bombay was alive, we wouldn't have had to go to Sri Lanka to shoot the film. The only parts of that Bombay is retained in South Bombay,
Yeah.
around Kala Ghoda and things like that. Other than nothing has been preserved.
Yeah.
So to tell a story of that Bombay, you have to have first people who have researched or believe in it. There's no belief to begin with. And audience se pehle, on paper everybody imagined, I don't know what film they imagined.